Hey, good morning to you guys in the States. Good evening to those in the Philippines. Thank you guys for joining me on another live stream. I gotta let you know today I'm not going to do a 4 hour live stream. I don't know what I was thinking yesterday. I'm gonna keep it down, probably to an hour and a half, maybe even two max. I gotta keep it down. And the reason why I tell you guys yesterday when I was finished, I was dead tired. But today I'm realizing that there's some new things on. Let me see what this is about. Let me see. Kind of. Let me see what's going on. Okay. I don't know how that sounds. How does it sound, kid? Play daydreaming here. I'm just trying some background music. I put that real low. But thank you guys for coming. So today, what's going on, Brandon Wood? How you doing, Brandon Wood? Brandon Wood said got my flight booked from LAX on the 18th to Cebu. I hear you, man. Actually, I haven't been to Cebu yet myself. I can't wait to go. I'm looking to go, and I was supposed to have gone already, but I got held up with things. I'm looking to go as soon as possible. You know, if anything by May the latest. And so he got his flight booked. Billy Elzer, what's going on? What's up, big bro? Uh, Also, we have Dante Ellis here. He said, "What's up, Jay? What's going on, Dante Ellis? Vol Theta, yo. Simply Rocco, good morning, brother. How you doing? Cha Cha B from North Carolina, USA. How you doing? Actually, my family's from North Carolina, so it's good to see you, Cha Cha B. Yeah, you did mention yesterday, Simply Rocco, but it's cool. I'm happy you're here now, man. Kevin B 7749 said Kevin and Richie from Tennessee. Good to see you, man. And Simply Rocco switched to the Simply Rocco Philippines account. That's cool. I know you'll be using that account when you come out here. And Will Data said it themselves. Smash that like button, guys. Please smash the like button. It definitely helps. Now, of course, you guys know the news that happened yesterday. With the news yesterday, the Philippines opening for everyone. The Philippines also is now it's all you need is an antigen test. And then also, of course, you have to be vaccinated, but you need an antigen test. Now, every week it's going to keep happening, guys. It's going to keep happening, and to the point where no need to wear a face mask. Then before you know it, I'm telling you, it's going to happen like left and right. And as things are happening in the States, like right now, even in New York, like what's happening in New York right now, they're working on doing away with the face mask mandates, and also not even just the face mask mandates right now, but they're looking on doing away with people being vaccinated in order to play in buildings. And the mayor of New York was saying he wants Kyrie to be able to play for the Nets, and I seen that on YouTube. You know, just needless information, but I seen it. The whole world is getting better, and the Philippines is gonna get better right along with it. Now, the thing is, it has to get better. A lot of you guys are waiting until you come. Mandates are done in NYC. See, mandates are done in NYC, so that's good. That's good. That's great for me, because I'm looking to go to NYC sometime this year. So I would love to get there, and see. You know what? Face mask mandates are done, and I'll come out there, and it's just a smooth move. Meaning I'm going out there, and I can just go have fun. I can go visit family, friends, whatever I need to do, and be able to enjoy myself. Because to be honest with you guys, when you're out here and it's hot, it's burning hot in the Philippines. So sometimes I'm going on my walks, right, guys? I'm going on my walks, and I got that face mask on my face. I feel like something's crawling my nose. The reason why is because my face is so hot, and my beard and my mustache and my face, it feels crazy. The worst feeling in the world. But I can't wait till all of these mandates are done in the Philippines. It'll be there soon. It's gonna take quite a while, but it'll be there soon. So yeah, man. So that's the thing. In the Philippines now, when you get here, okay, you definitely want to have your budget. You guys already know that. You definitely want to make sure you're situated on where to go. And I know you guys are coming out here. I know what Will's doing. I know what Simply Rocco's doing. I would love to know what some of you other guys are doing. We got K. I'm about to turn this music off. I have this music on right now. And it's distracting me. I'm playing the daydreaming loop here, and it's bugging me out. Like I feel like I'm being rushed with everything I'm saying. Let me get a drink of water, guys. But thank y'all for coming. You know, the thing that I don't miss, okay, was a lot of the Philippines back and forth. A lot of expat drama was happening. Okay, and the expat drama was happening on a regular basis. Let me see. However, we won't be able to come back here till 5 years from now. Green card issues. Okay. He said I wanted to come kick with you. That's cool. So Simply Rocco said I want to ask about that S Pass app. Well, let me. I can research it for you right now, actually, about the S Pass app. Let's look at it right now. So I'm gonna show right now how can I get S Pass registration. I'm gonna share my screen so you can see that. Simply Rocco. Robert White, what's going on? A J and K, that's the rapper in you. Actually, no, it's not. It's not the rapper in me. That music was actually distracting me. It was actually throwing me off. Let me see. Let me share my screen really quickly so I can share this with Rocco really quick. All right, share screen. 1 second, guys. All right, so now we're gonna look this up right online. Where's SPass PH? Philippines account. So the first thing you do, open your browser, go to s-pass.ph, click the register button. It's right there on Google, Simply Rocco. Enter your 10-digit personal phone number. Fill out the SPass online registration form completely, and then click on the capture box. So this is the site here. I don't think this is the site, but it's just the article talking about it. And I'm sure they have a link here somewhere. Let me see here. February 17th. Read the guide here. Okay. So here's the app. Here it is right here. I'm gonna post it for you so you can have it. But I'm sure Rocco knows. You know how to use the internet, Rocco. So I'm sure you're gonna figure that out. Let me see. 1 second. It's not copying. Well, anyway, I can't copy it, but it's SPass. spass.ph, s-pass.ph. So you can go there, you can find everything you need. And so Silver and Black 831 said, let me stop sharing this. I want to visit NYC in the fall. It's beautiful out that time of the year. Yeah, it is. It is when you see all the leaves and everything, but I always loved NYC in the summer. NYC in the summer when all the different parades start to happening, like the Puerto Rican Day Parade, you know, even the West Indian Day Parade I will go to in Brooklyn. But the Puerto Rican Day Parade, I used to go there, and that was my stomping ground. So I go there. And I remember back in the days when I was 20, 21 years old, bagging up all the girls over there. It was crazy. But that's what I did. Yeah, I'm on it now. Okay. So when you plan to come out here, Rocco, I know you plan to come out here probably the end of the year, or maybe next year. But that's the thing, you know, just because the Philippines open, like sometimes, you know, what happens is you may not have the budget or you just may not be ready. You know, not everyone, like for instance, yesterday, what's his name, Cade? Was bragging yesterday, but not everyone's like that. Like everyone doesn't have 50,000 to bring to the US, you know, to bring to the Philippines right away. I mean, you know, it takes some saving. And also what happened was, a lot of you guys were caught off guard with the recent opening. You know, it just out of nowhere. The Philippines was closed and it was just open, and it's like, oh man, what do I have to do now? And then I got to jump through hoops. What's going on, Tony Anderson? How you doing? And it's like, man, I have to jump through all these hoops. I know it was crazy. And so King New Jersey said, looks like 1,500 to Manila in July. Now, King New Jersey, if that's one way, that's a little crazy. If it's there and back, that's not quite as bad, but still, you know, 1,500 is a lot of money. And so Kevin B said, can you explain why the Philippines make it so hard for their people to leave to the U.S.? but going to Hong Kong is easy. It's not the Philippines, Kevin B. It's the U.S. The U.S. makes it hard for the Philippines, and I don't know that I think that's just a situation that's not going to be figured out ever, Kevin B. Because it was I realized that when I wanted my lady to come to the U.S., I didn't want to come to the Philippines. Like that's how my situation was at first. I wanted her to just be able to come to the U.S., but I had to jump on a plane and come here because it's just not like that. And I love the people in the South Border, but I'm just gonna be honest on how I feel about things. If the Philippines was there, it would be tons of Filipinos in the country, and you know, it'd be a lot different. But anyway, so Simply Rocco said, "I'm trying, but honestly, I owe 20K in child support. I need some help to figure it out. Not sure how I can fix it." Yeah, no, they want that money in full, right, Rocco? I'm sure. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe they can when you're on a payment plan or something like that. They can maybe not though. I know they don't play with child support, and that happened to me even when I was out here when I came to the Philippines. Right, I knew because I had a contract where I actually worked on the books while I was in the Philippines. So I had a contract on the books, and they hit me for it wasn't even for child support. It was for when my my lady was still getting benefits. She was still getting food stamps, things like that. And my ex, and what happened is for the insurance, they don't really hit you for the food stamps, but for the insurance, you get for it. So I seen that I owed money from the insurance. I had to pay for that, and they just took it out my check, and I let them take it because I already know they'll mess with my passport. And they don't play with that. But yeah, I think you need to get a lawyer. You probably have one already. See what's going on with that. And Tony Anderson said, "Doing good. That's good, man." Maximus, what's going on, Maximus? Welcome back. It's hard to get into the U.S. It is. It is unless you say you have family. If a Filipino has family over there, like the family can get them over, or a job, a very prominent job. And then Kevin B said, and then John Thomas said, Kevin B, too many overstay tourist visas. That's true. It is true. That does happen all the time. And it happens a lot from the Philippines. What do you call them? What do they call that, Kay? I forgot the name of it. They call it when the Philippines overstay in the U.S. Tago ng Tago or something like that.
TNT,
Yeah, Tago ng Tago. Yeah, TNT. And yeah, a bunch of Filipinos go to the U.S. and have the TNT, the Tago ng Tago problem. And so, yeah, Steve Rocco told him too. Asian countries have an agreement to travel within each other. Yeah. Yep, Tago ng Tago. And I feel you, but if they come via other countries, they can get in if they have a U.S. visa. That is how I got mine here. Okay. I don't know how you manage that, but okay. I'm looking for 1,000 or 835, but it looks 1,500, right? It's fine, but and that's the thing, if you're looking to just get here, paying that 1,500 may not be that bad for some people. I mean, it's better than paying 1,000 over. That's really 500 over. I was looking at the numbers yesterday, King, New Jersey, and that's really 500 over the cheap prices right now. The cheap prices right now are around 1,000, like 900. The cheapest you're gonna get. What's going on, Nightwing? How you doing? Hillbilly Pyro, what's going on, brother? Hillbilly Pyro in the building, and John Thomas said, "I see why they stay. They make no money in the Philippines." Yeah, it is night and day. It's really night and day from what you can make in the Philippines compared to the U.S. I mean, I see it all the time. I work on Upwork, and what's happening on Upwork is the Filipinos here are starting to take all of the the contracts on Upwork because on Upwork you can pay a Filipino $3-4 an hour, and a lot of companies feel it's worth it to try a Filipino out for $3-4 an hour. Some Filipinos you get will be able to sell, or they will do Customer service, forget about it. $3-4 an hour, you got to win. And what it did was it messed up the market a little bit. It messed up the market because businesses are starting to know I can go hire a Filipino for $3-4. So it really throws things off to where if someone it's really hurting the major companies in the Philippines that already have contracts. Filipinos are saying, "Oh, I can go to Upwork, I can go on my own and make more than what you're giving me, make more than that 35,000." So Filipinos are doing it. So it's messing up everything over here. And Maximus said easier to fly to Mexico and illegally walk over the southern border where the U.S. government will give you money and a bus ticket to other parts of the USA. And you know what's crazy? Maximus is right. Only thing I don't like about that is the danger in that is the trafficking situation you can find yourself into. The guys that own that border is usually smuggling drugs over here. But yeah, you're right though. You're right though. But you still can make your way over here though, that way. And so let me see. We got Smoky Mountain Modeler said I booked a trip for June for $831, one way from Knoxville to Manila on Korean Airlines, booked through Kayak. Yeah, so that's probably around the time the prices are a little bit lower. And what's happening also is that they're going to have more flights around those times. So it'll be a lot easier for you guys to move around and be able to come out here. Only thing about that with June is that's around when rainy season is starting. The summer's ending around that time. But still, you'll still have some fun out here. It's just like if you're looking to go on islands, it'll be like the last bit of heat you're gonna get in the Philippines. Not heat, but a bit of not being the rainy season. And so Tony Anderson said, King, New Jersey, I was looking at prices on the weekend. Then I can check on Wednesday. It was a lot lower. And I think that's one of those days, right? Wednesday, where that's the day where you can book your tickets for lower. And yeah, you got to look at certain days, like it could be Wednesday, Thursday, you may find them for cheaper. And I don't know the days too much because I'm not booking right now. I'm not booking tickets right now. I'm not planning on going anywhere yet. But when I do again, I will know. And so DJ Underground said, if you already have a passport, but you owe child support, you can leave the country. But if you owe and you don't have your passport yet, they will not issue you a passport. If you owe more than $2,000. Yeah, the thing though is he would have to check and make sure they didn't put a ban on his passport. You got to check that, Rocco. You got to check that. Or you can, if you have your passport now, call them, ask if your passport is still valid. It's gonna feel weird, like asking like why you want to know if your passport is still valid. They're gonna ask you that probably, but maybe if you can get a lawyer that can check, they can check it for you. And so Hillbilly Pyro said, "That's what I got in June." Yeah, and Maximus said coyotes are ruthless at the boy they are, and a lot of women get sold into sex trafficking, all types of things happen across that border. It even happens to Filipinos in the Philippines. I'm going to make a video about it. I'm not going to talk about it too much now, but it even happens here. When Filipinos are looking to be be OFWs, a lot of times they get bad deals from bad companies. And I'm going to talk about it. That's in my video next week. I'm going to talk about it, but it happens to Filipinos all the times, especially Filipinas, or they'll even get a bad deal where they'll go to a Muslim country somewhere, not Muslim country, but it is Muslim country, and the Filipinos get made slaves over there pretty much, and they'll go over in those countries and they get beat. It's crazy what happens to some Filipinos, but it really happens, guys. You can look it up, but I'm gonna be talking about it this week. Filipinos be out there and they're pretty much slaves in these other countries, and they're held hostage. But they'll still send money home to the family, but they hold them hostage. They don't go anywhere. They have no life. Everything is just made and That's it, no life. Sometimes they'll take their phones. It's wild what some OFWs go through. And they go through it and sometimes they do it with a smile. But they'll be in a situation in other countries and they'll be working for the wife and for the person, the guy there, and still be the guy's sex slave. It's wild. Filipinos go through in other countries. And so Hillbilly Paro said, Korean Air looks like a good outfit from what I've seen anyway. Yeah, well, I flew Korean Air, right, Kaden? I got a bad memory of some things, guys. I flew Korean Air, right? Didn't I fly Korean Air back?
You fly going in the US.
I flew going there. Okay, yeah, I flew.
No, yeah, Korean
I flew
Air.
back, yeah.
You're supposed to fly Japan Air, but
I flew back. Yeah. Then I flew Korean Air. It wasn't that bad.
Japan going there, Korean.
Yeah, I flew Korean Air coming back. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I didn't like the food though. They serve you that those foods and like it's supposed to be hamburger meat, but it's not really hamburger meat. It's like I don't know. I didn't like it, but it was cool though as far as the traveling. They made sure I got the headphones. I don't even think I had to pay for it. So let me see. So DJ Underground says for anyone to owe child support, they make it hard for anyone to leave. Yeah, it's true. They want to make it hard for you. I mean, they want to put you in jail when you owe child support. So, of course, they make it hard for you to leave the country. And they're really trying to throw guys in jail, and it's wild. It's really wild. And so Tony Anderson said, try checking early in the morning hours. Okay, that's good to know. And DJ Underground, taxes will stop you too. Yeah, it's true. It's when you owe a certain amount, though. It's when you owe over a certain amount. Say if you owe like 50,000, 60,000 in taxes, I think 50,000 is the limit. Yep, they could also revoke the passport and won't be good for travel, even if he still has it. Yeah, it's true. That's what he's worried about. And he said it. Sumibarko said it also. Another reason I'm waiting, I said that October, November is the cheaper time to go. Yeah, I know. I remember you said that. And King New Jersey said Tony is still 1,600, but I'm still out 5 months. Let me tell you guys is reading each other's speaking to each other. And DJ Underground said if his passport is still valid and he owes child support, he can still leave because it's valid. He can leave, but there's certain things like I remember a situation happened where guys have left the U.S. They let them leave, but then they came over here in the Philippines and then they couldn't get in. They couldn't get in. So I know Simply Rocco won't want to bump into a situation like that, or anyone for that matter, because it's happening, guys. I had a guy that was he was taking care of Philippine here and everything. He came over here, couldn't get in because he had some things on his criminal record that he thought was off because it was on there like these things happened years ago, but with felonies, they don't play that. And so yeah, Kevin B said facts. No, it is facts. And Dexter Perkins in the house. What's going on? How you doing, man? He said, hey, what's going on, TBF family? Hey, J&K, how's things? I don't think it seems like Kay's not gonna be joining me today. You joining me today, Kay? Yeah, she's stuck in those headphones over there. And DJ Underground said, yes, you're right. If you owe a lot of taxes, yeah, it's true. It's true. They're not gonna come for you for a small amount of taxes though. Say if you owe 50 and it's right at 50 and it's maybe 60, they're not gonna come for you then. Like they're gonna come for you though, like you owe like 100,000. That's when you're really in their radar, and they're coming for you hard. Soy beast, yeah, that is what it is. Hillbilly that they have on those planes, and it's kind of like I felt like I had to eat it. I ate it anyway because I was hungry. So when I was on the plane, I'm like, I ordered something too, but then I was still hungry because the food in the airline is just not enough. It's just not enough. That ever happened to you guys? You're there and you've like, you just eat. You feel like you want to eat everything because it's just not enough food. And so DDS said the USA can't suspend a citizen's passport anytime. When that happens, the individual can't renew visas and travel to other countries. They'll punch it without a void stamp. Well, I don't know how much that is true, but I know for sure for child support, they're not playing DDS. They're not playing with that. They suspending everything for child support. Child support, and if you owe too much taxes, they'll suspend everything. And so Tony Ann said, Korean Air food is better than Anna and China Air. I'm waiting to try PAL food. Well, actually, the Philippine Airlines food, I don't know because I only travel within the Philippines, so all I had was peanuts. But you know, China Air, same thing. It was like the same, like Korean Air, to me. You know, and then Taylor said, if it wasn't hamburger meat, then what was it? It was the same with Hillbilly said soy. It was soy most likely. They're big on that out in Korea. They also like that in China too. They make like a lot of soy products and make soy meat. They make the soy meat like hamburger meat and they serve it to you. It wasn't straight disgusting, but it wasn't my cup of tea. So what's going on, Hang Lee? How you doing? Hang Lee said save more money to go by October or November. Yeah. That is the best time to go. When I came out to the Philippines when I first came, you guys already know my story. When I came out here, I spent $750 to coming here and back, and that wasn't even a throwaway ticket. But that was back in 2015. That was the golden days of travel. It was November 2015, and it was really the golden days of travel. Like in those days, I was booking tickets all over the place. Me and Kay were traveling to Thailand, and we were getting cheap ticket prices. It was really the golden years of traveling, and I'm sure even before that, you guys have been traveling before me. Even years before that, maybe 2000s, early 2000s. Of course, the tickets are way less, but that was a great time to traveling. With all these mandates. I miss those times. I can't wait till it gets back to that. When you can travel to a country and you don't necessarily need COVID insurance and nothing like that. It's a headache. It's like everywhere you go, you got to look up the country and say, it's like an event. You have to make it an event to where it's like not an event. I'm saying it wrong. You got to really double check and triple check up on everything because you don't want to, say you're going to Vietnam or something. Or going to Thailand. Each country has different rules, so it's a headache right now. We may be back within a year. Travel may be back to what it was. And so King New Jersey said, I know it's 8 weeks out when you book, Tony. I want Philippine Airlines, but I'll go Eve Taiwan Airways. Okay, Taiwan Airways. I've never traveled them. And so, and so DJ Underground said, yes, that has to be a large amount of taxes. Yeah. I know, I was looking it up myself. They're looking to pass an immigrant's work visa so they can get more workers. So if it passed, many Filipino might get a chance to make that move. Well, what's going to happen, though, is that, what's happening in the U.S., man, is very... It's a movement happening in the U.S. and I've seen it happening. I said it before in other live streams, Kevin. Around 2014, everybody was moving to online work, or even retiring or moving to online work. So people that are making 100,000, they took their talents online, and people are hiring them too. You see guys on Upwork making 100, 300, 400,000 a year, 500,000 a year. I've seen one guy who made $1 million a year on Upwork. And it's like, man, you look at that and you go, I always look at it and go, man, how could I do that? Now, the only way to do that really is you have to have an agency. If you have an agency and these guys, they have agencies and these agencies are known and they've had agencies even before Upwork. So they took their agencies over to Upwork and it only increased. because they went from taking work in just New York to an agency that was in New York, good on Upwork, and takes work all around the world. So the agency opens up, and then they have the proven track record. So they go from making whatever they were making before when they were just an agency for a smaller time agency. Now they're a worldwide agency. So online is making people millionaires. So what's happening is people are leaving these physical jobs to go out and work because you can work online. And people did this. Like people were already ready for the pandemic. Like Americans were ready already. And a lot of people didn't know because most guys are used to, and it's nothing wrong with it though. I was like that too. Like most guys are used to jobs where you work and you physically work, But like even people like Tony Anderson. Tony Anderson is IT. Like him, he's one of those guys, I know Will is IT too. That's the new movement there. That's not the new. It's been that way since the 80s, but that's the way everybody's going, and not even just that. Even if you in sales or whatever else you're doing, a lot of people moved online. They were prepared for this pandemic before it even happened, and so that's Perkins said. I heard Kay in the background. It's all good, just showing respect. Yeah, no, Kay's over there. Kay's over there eating.
I'm eating now. So
She's over there eating, so she can.
I'm doing fasting.
Yeah, because she's fasting at 1.
So I eat every hour this today.
Yeah. Eat every hour.
I'm joking.
Oh, I'm about to say, it's crazy.
I'm just kidding. I don't like Toy Story.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you eat every hour. That's nuts.
I'm joking.
But yeah, I'm gonna eat too after this live stream. And so Maximus said there was an American, Kano Mato, that was in a PH and his passport was revoked by the U.S. government while there. He had to get a temp passport from the U.S. Embassy in Manila to return to U.S. And yeah, and that's the thing, say if something like that happened with me, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not going back right away. Of course, I'm making sure that doesn't happen, but still, I'm going to get things together first. And so Dexter Perkins, thanks a lot for the super chat, brother. He said, Jay's sisters find out a brother's going to the Philippines to live. They start coming at a brother to convince me not to go. It's so funny. Where was the love before it was giving up on him? Yeah, it's like that. You know what it is, Dexter? It's that, it's that rejection without rejection. It's that he doesn't need me anymore. It's like the same thing, when you're in the States and the woman, it's night and day though from there and here, because when you're out there and you're all up on a woman, they don't want you. But when you don't care, that's just like, oh no, they want to be sweet. Women want what they really can't have out there. It's the same here too, but for the most part, Filipinos, they're on it, Not all of them, but a lot of them, they know what they want. They want a guy that can provide for them. They want a guy that they don't mind a guy that chases them. So of course you don't want to be too chasing too much, but what doesn't work there works here. It's like night and day. And so Maximus said his passport was suspended or revoked for back child support. Okay. Yeah, that's they're big on that. Child support is the big thing. But I'm sure Rocco's gonna work it out though. It's just that's a sensitive subject. Well, brother, you're almost there. 23rd, just around the corner. What's the 23rd? Oh, you talking about Tony?
Yeah, Tony.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, Tony's coming 23rd. And so Hang Lee said, "I love Japan Airlines food. I've had their food. It's funny. I don't even have them in my head right now. The meals I ate, because it's not really memorable. You understand? So if something is not memorable in my head, it wasn't all that great to me. And what news did I miss? Well, nothing really. I'm going to get into it again though. And so Simply Rocco, thanks a lot. I said always got to give you love. Thanks a lot for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. And guys, who know what I always say, a brother is not rich. A brother is not rich. I appreciate the love. I do. And so, oh no, Black Waltz. What I was just saying, wasn't necessarily news. It was that the news is going to keep coming. And I know I give it Monday, Tuesday, or definitely by Friday, there's going to be another update. They're going to drop more restrictions, and they may be, if not next week, then maybe a month after that. Everything is moving. it's like a snowball effect right now. The country open, and it's just snowballing. It's just gonna keep getting better. Can't you bring your own snacks in your own carry-on bag? Yeah, yeah, you can.
Depends on what's not.
Well, no, they usually let you bring your snacks in your carry-on bag. No, because you can bring it from off the plane. You know, when you're on the plane. I mean, when you're in the airport, you can bring it right in, right over.
Just the water, guys.
No, you can bring chips and stuff, okay?
Water.
What? Oh yeah, no water. Yeah, no water.
But
What?
we're able to bring the water, right?
Yeah, they let
And
us.
put it
Yeah,
inside
we bought it inside the airport. That's well.
the.
Yeah, like that. So DDS said, he said, I see you, KD. Hi. So Dexter said hi, K. And DDS said Maximus, Jackson Maximus, they're issuing temporary passports now. When it happened to my friend 10 years ago, they punched it with the void stamp. Maybe if it's your only form of identification, they'll issue temporary. And Blackwater said, Jay, have you had any issues ordering things from Amazon to here? It seems like a hit and miss. Well, usually, I don't know where you are, Blackwoods. I don't think you're in Manila, but usually if you're in Manila, it's not an issue. They have shipping companies that specialize in getting orders from Amazon. Like in Manila, I remember it was up the block from where I lived at in the market. Like you can get your Amazon orders through a certain company over there, or you can even order with them, or you can order Amazon and then tell them that it's going to be, and then have them pick up the order. And then also, I think they have Amazon strictly for the Philippines too. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, okay, right? Do they have Amazon for the Philippines? Yeah, I think they have. Let me check. Let me see. Amazon. I think they have an Amazon. What was that? I was thinking it was Amazon. It was. Let me see here. Amazon Philippine. I'm gonna look it up right now. Yeah. Well, no, it is a hit and miss. I've never ordered anything from there. I'll tell you what happened with me, Black Waltz. If I order something from Amazon, I'll have my cousin pick it up for me. I remember one time I ordered something, I had my cousin get it, and then he shipped it to me himself. So he would ship it to him, and then he would ship it to me because I've never ever really, trusted things being shipped internationally like that, unless he sent it, unless he went to the store, packaged it himself, and he sent it himself. And they also have cheap shipping companies out there because he's in New York. He would go do it in New York, so he usually got a good deal when he shipped it out, and I would get it that way. And so Kevin B said I only started traveling there around 2017, and it was easy, but the prices kept going every year after that. Okay. And Hillbilly said, "Have a good night. Be safe, everyone out there." And let's see. Juan Cadena said, "I'm poor online and offline." I hear you, man. I'm poor too. That's real. I'm doing it remote work myself. Pays good too. ITEC, Black Waltz knows. And that's the thing. If you're in the Philippines, doesn't matter. They're still going to pay you the salary like you're in the US. So that's a great thing. So, like for anybody that does IT work, or anything like that, or anything else, you can do that in the Philippines. You just have to make sure you set it up your account while you're out there in the States, or you can VPN it, and you should be okay too. And so Nightwing said an average monthly salary of Filipinos in Philippines is around 300 to 800. Okay, I'm gonna need you for in a bit. Okay, I use the bathroom.
Right now?
Yeah, I may need you
Yeah,
soon.
I'm editing.
Yeah,
Next video.
yeah. I don't know. Get yourself together. But not. Yeah, get
Right
yourself together
now?
soon, because I gotta really go. Or you can bring me a bottle.
Is that 1, 2, 3 or one only?
Oh, you can bring me a bottle. Not gonna want a bottle. I don't mind. It's a bunch of dudes here.
Is the 1, 2, 3 or one only?
Let me see. It is. It is. And the thing is though, like for instance, my uncle, a Filipino uncle, he does IT, and his salary out here is pretty good. I mean, he makes about 150,000,
Yeah, you can do it.
150,000 a month.
Just go
And it's not, of course, not like U.S. like being IT in U.S. Like I'm sure, you guys out there get like 5 times more, maybe 3 times more than that. But still,
I read the comment.
he made he makes $3,000 pretty much in the Philippines, and there's a bunch of people in the Philippines that actually make good money, but they usually live in Manila, or they'll live in Cebu, or they live in Davao. They'll live in the major city areas, and there's Filipinos making it. You'd be shocked. There's Filipinos out here with tons of money. There's Filipinos out here with big time companies. It's a lot of that, but you see, and you don't see it out in the country. So it's not most Filipinos. But you have to you have to live in Manila, areas like that, and you see very prominent Filipinos moving around, you know, moving and shaking.
I see them in the mall shopping.
Yeah, you're right. You do see them in the mall shopping. You're right, kid.
There's a lot of
You do see them in the mall shopping. But it's crazy because it'll blow your mind. It won't. It'll blow you guys' mind if you've never been here, because you'll be like, man, I thought this was a third world country. But then even in the province, you'll go, wait a minute, I'm in the province, but it's all right out here, and I see people doing okay. And it's gonna blow your mind when you get here, because you're gonna say, man,
everybody is right around us.
yeah. It's like you said, like Kay said, around where we live, everybody has a car, a motorcycle, or something, and people look like they're in need, and they're not. And you see people actually doing okay for themselves, and it'll blow your mind. You go, wow, Philippines is not necessarily the third world country like they make it seem. It's because it has an old stigma on it. But the Philippines is gonna rise up out of that, especially during this after this pandemic. It's gonna rise up out of that. I gotta post Dexter's comment for the super chat. He said, "Jay, sisters find out a brother going to the Philippines to live. They start coming at a brother to convince me not to go. It's so funny. Where was the love before was given up on him? And it happens. It happens. It happened with me too before I came here. I don't necessarily want to say the situation and how it happened, but it did. And Kay knows, and it was wild. And I'll share a little bit of it. I'll share a little bit with you guys. What happened with me before I came to the Philippines, right? Um, I was about to leave. I was a week before leaving, right? You guys know what happened? You know what happened, Dexter? My ex tried to come where I was, pretty much, and to be in my face to get me not to go. This is the thing. I told Kay the truth, though. That's what I told Kay. I was honest. You know what's crazy, y'all? She actually had a chance before that. If she would have came to me when I parted ways and broke it off, if she would have came to me right away and said, "I want to be with you, I want to make it work," because we had a kid together, I would have stopped talking to Kay. That's facts. And I told Kay that. I was honest with Kay. I said, "Kay, I love you,"
I
but
didn't know that was that.
she didn't know.
Just now, guys.
No, you know. I told you before. You stupid Kay. Kay said, "I don't know about that." You heard her? She said, Kay said, "I don't know about that. I don't know about that just now." She's stupid. But no, I told her. I told Kay. I was honest with her. I said if she would have came to me, when we started talking, I said after we were talking for a while, it was too late. But even up to 6 months when me and Kay was talking, even up to a year, guys, she could have. Yeah, I would have said, "Okay, I can't be with you. I'm going to be with my ex," and I would have went back with her. But the thing is with American woman, Dexter, that pride, kept her from saying, I messed up. And it wasn't even the fact that I was like punishing her for it. See, because I would have went back. I was always been a humble guy. Like I know sometimes you guys see me talking brass and go, Jay's not humble, but I'm very humble. I'm very patient, and you know, I would have went back, but it didn't happen that way. Wanted to come when I was about to leave, like was happening to Dexter. when you really give up on them, that's when they want to come hard at you. When you really gave up. It's too late by then.
So what did your sister say before you come to the Philippines?
No, he said no. His sisters.
No, your sister.
My sister.
Yeah.
My sister said go. Yeah. My sister said go. And Jay Brown said they hate and don't want you to grow. Yeah. Yep. But my situation was a little different because we had a kid together, but you know, let me tell you guys what happened. I got to tell you guys, so you guys don't say, "Oh, he just left his kid." It wasn't that? It wasn't like that. It was deeper than that. I was leaving 2 years after. Like I remember yesterday, I said that, guys. I didn't come out here until 2 years after being with K Online. So that whole time, she didn't try to get back with me at all. You understand? It wasn't like I just jumped up and ran to the Philippines right away. I was patient. I was sitting in the U.S., building with her on the computer online, and that whole time, nothing. And then when I'm really about to make that move, she wanted to come at the last minute, realizing, oh man. And by then it was too late. I wasn't going to. Kay already moved from Thailand for me. Kay already moved from Thailand in April that year, and then she tried to come out there and get me in November, right before I left. And Kay was already stationed out, left her job. It was already stationed in Manila, and it's too late. Once Kay did that, once Kay left in April, it was too late. She made that move already. Now, if she would have been still in Thailand living her life, it would have been a little bit easier on her. But to have her leave her whole life and then say, "Oh, okay, that's foul," I'd have been one of those same people I talk about. You know, the same videos you see me guys talk about with Philippines, there's certain things, and I'd have been one of those guys. And Black Walt said, honestly, Nightwing, seems like a lot of companies pay from 10K to 20K PHP per month if you don't have specialized education. It's true. They do. They do pay that. So yeah, I did send. I didn't send you a link. I'll send it now. I'll send it now. You already ready, kid? You sure you ready? If she's ready, send her the link now. Hold on, guys. Let's send her this here. All right. I sent it just now, so you should see it. But you know that's true. What Black Waltz is saying. Now they moved it up a little bit. Now they'll usually make it 25,000, but you see, but still for other jobs, that's for call center jobs though. But for regular jobs, it's 10,000. A lot of times, there's a lot of Filipinos here making only 10,000 pesos, about $200 a month, and Filipinos can do it because they'll be living with someone else, maybe that works with them, or they'll be living, in a small one room, still living at home with their parents, or they'll be living with a group of Filipinos, like Mexican style Filipinos are famous for that. Filipinos very similar to Mexicans when it comes to that. Where it'd be 8 of them living in one location. What's going on, Kay?
Hi guys. Okay, Jay, you can go. Bathroom break. Go, go, go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Hold
was
real quick.
sweating. I was rushing. I was actually, guys, editing a lot of videos to put in other channel. So I was trying to finish it because Jay, we're gonna react on it. We have a channel that Jay is reacting at. We will share it soon. We're trying to monetize it first. And let me just see your comments. All right. I don't know where Jay is now, but hello, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for the super chat and thank you for being here today. Where is it now? I don't know where is he now. Oh my gosh. I'll start at the bottom.
Wait, no, no, wait. I'm
Okay.
back.
Stinky Dave said, haha, K, funny. What did you find? Okay. All right,
I'm back.
Jay.
So I was right here with Simply Rock. We're here at Kevin7749, where he said, "I'm working online, but not for myself. So I'm only making 40K, which in my state, that's middle class, but other places it's lower. 40K, yeah, that is middle. It's going to be lower soon because income is rising, inflation. So yeah, pretty much 40K is going to be lower class soon. It probably is in a lot of places. But in your state, yeah, maybe like New York, that may be lower. Seriously, you're right about that. And so Dex Perk said I invited her sister to the live chat. She declined. Oh, today to the live chat? Oh wow. And so Susan Rocco, I gotta give that super chat
Okay, I
love.
got you where you are now. Drink some water, baby.
Yeah, I got it. And so King New Jersey said, but if you go PH Airways, flirting with the airline stewardesses for 16 hours. I remember in 2018 on the way to JFK, one PH stewardess wanted to marry me. Told if I can fit in a bag, I would have fit her in a bag. Okay.
Dexter said, "You're right, Rocco. Don't want the feeling of loss."
Mm-hmm.
Simple Rocco said, Simple Rocco Philippines said, especially right now, not rich, LOL. Oh, yeah, that's when he gave the super chat. Thank you so much,
Mm-hmm.
Simple Rocco. And Dexter Perkins. We have Jay Brown said, only thing I remember about airline food is whether or not it gives me diarrhea.
Yeah. Airline food is like that. Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, I don't like the first time I able to eat airline food is when I ride Philippine airline and when I travel for good here to the Philippines from Thailand because I said this is my last travel to the Philippines, Thailand to the Philippines that time alone. I said I want to book Philippine airline even though it's a little bit expensive compared to Cebu Pacific, but I book it and it's fine. The food is fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like super nice, but it's okay.
So what you remember what they gave you for the food?
I remember they have ice cream, like not ice
Good.
cream, yogurt.
Okay.
They have some what do you call this? They have some fruits. Actually, I blog it. Not this time. When we flew, when we went to Bacolod, I blogged the
Mhm.
food that you can eat.
They give us good
In
food.
no, no, the Cebu Pacific. We went to
Oh,
Palawan. They give us some snack. Remember
yeah,
when
I
we went to
remember.
Palawan? Because we ride Philippine Airlines always have some food. But if you have a long travel only, but when we went to Palawan, they gave us food there.
Yeah, I know it's only international. Yeah. And so Black Wall said I missed the beginning of the stream. Jay, yeah, I see they might finally remove more restrictions. Yeah, they are, and they removed some. They're gonna remove more. It's just gonna get better and better. And so DD has said Dexter, the females ain't trying to let a brother move overseas. Yeah, they don't want that, man. And you know what's happening? It's guys are moving, not just here either. Guys are moving everywhere. Guys are coming to the Philippines. Guys are going to Thailand. Guys are even going to Europe. Guys are going to Africa. Guys are going to Mexico. Guys are leaving, and I feel bad though for the women in the states. I do because they still don't see it because most of the attitudes is like, okay, let them go, and
Mhm.
it's not good.
And also, guys, when you travel, you realize like, oh wow, there's a lot of things to explore in the world.
Hmm.
And when you in Asia, when you're in the Philippines, you travel around the Philippines or travel around the Asia, you're gonna think like, this is not really too expensive. Of course, it depends on how luxury your traveling is, but it's like there's a lot of place you need to visit. Don't stay in your comfort zone at home in the US, wherever you are.
Hmm.
Explore the world. That's why God create these places for you to visit,
Hmm.
and enjoy the nature as well. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, Simple Alco said there's companies that can help ship stop. Yeah, there is a lot of company. They
Hmm.
sometimes do. Blackwall sells. I'm Blackwall's 313. I'm in Makati, but my Amazon account is from the US. Ah, okay. Shipping Cart is the name of the company. Dexter said, Didi, yes, she has to come real strong to change my mind.
And
You
that's
need to
the
keep.
thing that takes.
Mhm.
Yeah, keep going.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do you want to say something?
Oh no, I was just, no, I was just saying that's what it takes. But for the most part, they won't do that. They won't do it, and it's even like that too. Like there's some women like that in the Philippines, but for the most part, it's not. You know, it's not like even like situated bumble to with Kay. Like Kay's not like that. Kay will humble herself really quickly, and it's hard for women to humble themselves over there. And
Mhm.
so Kevin B. So I was thinking of transferring there, but they told me I could only make pesos, so I stayed here. Oh, well, the thing is this, Kevin B. What you want to do is before you come here, like what is your profession online? What is your profession online? Because I mean, not online. What is your profession now in the states? What do you do in the states? Because if you do something that you can do online, you need to look at like working online, look at Upwork, look at other different sites, and say, okay, if what you do is there, you can start just moving things online slowly, and then move over here. That's what I did, Kevin B. I found work online. I did that for a year. A year and a half hit, and then when Kay cried to me that November day, I was out here in 2 weeks because it was like I had no excuse. It was like, what am I waiting for? Okay, I've been working this job for about a year and a half already.
And we're together already when you start working it, guys.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like, but I still couldn't come yet because I wasn't secure yet. But I had the job for a year and a half, and it was like, I can come. And then when I came out here, I had it for another year when I was out here, and then I got another one, and then I started saying, okay, this working online thing is really, and it's been keeping me afloat for years.
So the only thing, guys, is you need to make sure you have some savings because
Yeah.
as freelancers, sometimes if your
Yep.
boss like oh suddenly the company close or we need less
Yeah.
worker, even in a
You,
regular job they do like that. So
you
just
want to have that money
make sure you
set
have savings
aside
too.
for to have that money set aside for 6 months to a year of savings, or even a year. So if you make sure you're good, so when you're out here, okay, you got savings at least for 6 months to a year, or you better have it for at least 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
At least 3 months, okay, because in those times you don't have something, you'll be good. You don't want to be like, oh, begging for money and begging home for money in the States. But if if you're a guy that's secure in yourself, and you get something and you have it secure, and you're a saver, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so Backwater said, well, Jay, my company let me come here and still work, but that's my secret. And they do. Some of them will. And Blackwater says, so I work from VPN, living off my U.S. salary. And it's possible, guys. And the best VPN to use, one of the best ones, is ExpressVPN. Okay, I use ExpressVPN. I use the one with the New York connection, and I still have the high speed. I was still getting like 60 upload and 70 download. It was crazy. So yeah, you can make it happen, and you have your VPN and still get the high speed. If you get high speed, and you'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, Blackwater's doing it. I'm doing it. You know, who knows? Maybe Kevin B will be doing it. It's possible.
Blackwood said VPN also helps with some US apps that are IP restricted from the
Yeah,
Philippines, Credit Karma, and some others. But Amazon knows what you're doing, so unfortunately, I can watch some movies here.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I said, Stinky Dave said, K is funny, the one when I was joking earlier. And he has a
hmm
question for you, Jay. What did your family think about you moving in the Philippines, Jay?
Um, my family was they was cool with it, but they were taken back, of course, at first. Of course, my pops. You moving over out there for some girl, man? And my pops is he's my pops is from 40 projects. So like imagine, not even like he doesn't talk like the hood guys from now. He talks like the hood guys from in the 60s. Hey man, you moving all the way out there, man? you know, and you moving out there for some girl, man? My pops, it ain't just some girl. You moving out there for some he talks like that. So you can imagine the talk I got from him. But for the most part, though, people were cool. They had no problem.
Mm-hmm.
He know me. I was gonna do it anyway. You know, I listened to him, but I didn't listen to everything he said because, to be honest with you, I love him to death. He gave a lot of bad advice. Some of his advice was good though. I always knew which advice was good and which one was bad, and I always listened to him. Like I've always been a hard worker because of him. And I'll be honest, I'm happy I had him around because a lot of young guys didn't grow up with a dad. I grew up with a dad there, so I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Dexter said exactly 100% Jay. I love my sisters, but yes, that pride and take your love for granted until they see
Yeah,
the honey stop.
yeah.
You did right, Jay. Your happiness is proof. Hmm.
It's no, it's true, and it's not good. And and a lot of times, if you're a guy that loves hard, you think it's you. But then, if you love hard, I got to the point I just didn't care anymore. I said,
Hmm.
I'm gonna do what I want to do. I didn't want to date online. I'll be honest. I don't even suggest it to you guys like that. You gotta have patience. To date online, you gotta have patience. I got lucky. With the route I went. Kay wasn't hearing none of the nonsense herself. Kay almost had to deal with a scammer herself. A guy tried to scam her, but it was different. She was a OFW. So my situation was different. She wasn't. I said it yesterday, so I'm not gonna say it again. But you guys already know.
Yeah.
And,
Said, yeah. King New Jersey said the Black Filipino TV. You should try bidding on IT jobs for the U.S. states. The state of Florida is now main income 40K a year on my ad business and online lead business.
yeah, try bidding on IT. Well, I don't do IT. I don't do IT work. Kings, New Jersey. I want to learn IT work. Actually, I want to learn it. I do sales. Over these years, you start getting a little burnt out. I'll be honest with you guys. You get a little burnt out from talking all your whole life. I've been good at it, but now it's starting to run its course. I'm going to be honest with you guys. So I'm still doing it, but I'm getting to the point. It's like I'm old man. I'm getting lazy, and of course it's paying the bills, so I'm doing it. But I'm gonna pick up IT next. I got to do that next soon, actually. And so Black Walt said a friend of mine told me some security guards only make 7,000 PHP a month. I don't know if that is true, but I can't imagine feeling much loyalty to your job for that much. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, but it could be happening.
It depends on which job you're working at because my remember Leia's husband is working in Cebuana. I think he's getting paid for 14 to 15,000 a month. But there's really a security guard. It depends on how big company you're working at, but it's
Yeah.
possible the 7,000, the 9,000, even in sales lady sometimes.
Hmm.
But I'm sure it's higher now because the daily wage is usually like 350 to 400 to
Hmm.
500. They're trying to put it to 500 because the gasoline here is a little bit higher. It's I
Yeah.
think 672 per liter now, and they're planning to make it higher on Thursday. So last time yesterday we buy a lot of vegetable. I said, babe, let's buy this carrots again because on Thursday's coming Thursday, the gasoline will gonna go up again. I think 10 more pesos. So
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. So Jimmy Nevada, much respect from California. Going back to Bulacan, see my special Filipino. She's so down to earth. God bless you always. Thanks a lot for that, Jimmy Navarro. Thanks, man. And Will Data said it right. Airline food service does. And
Maybe
he's right.
unless you're
It's pretty
riding the
good though.
business class.
That was me when I came here. Um, I was still a drinker. So, and also I took that long. I was 23 hours on the plane. So I felt like I needed something. That's when I was a
Mhm.
drinker. Now I feel like I would never need it. But yeah.
Dexter Perkins, he said, "Hey, Will, Jared is late. 10 push up, please." I'm joking. I'm
What's going on,
joking.
Gerard? Gerard, how you doing? And so Tony said, yeah, it's true. It's best to eat the airport before your flight, just in case you don't like the airplane food. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did too when I came out here. I got a hero before I got on the plane, but still, I was in a flight for 24 hours, so I was hungry. 6 hours. I was still eating the hero, but I was done in 6 hours, and I'm like, oh man, I want some more food.
Usually, we bring some snacks, guys. You can always bring some bread, especially if you're traveling for 7 hours, right? From
Yeah.
going to Korea or Japan from New York.
Hmm.
So it's really long. So you really need you know, to try their food or buy. They actually sell it. The actual food that they're selling, they're selling is actually delicious than the one they're serving for free. sometimes, right, Jay? When we went to
It is.
to Thailand, riding Air Asia.
Yeah, Thailand. Yeah, it
King,
definitely
New
was.
Jersey said, but I live in North Palm Beach. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, good. No. And so, guys, keep doing what you do. Yo. Yeah, see you later, Kevin B. Have a good one,
Bye,
man.
Kevin.
And so, Sue Rocco said, I don't feel bad to do it to themselves. They sure do. And so, Kevin B said, but I will say, I got a Panay, and that will never change to anyone else. Panay love for life. Yeah, it's gonna be like that for a while. Oh no, 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 it's not. My U.S. home is in New York.
Mm-hmm.
New York
Dexter
is
said, I tried. Sorry.
okay.
Dexter said, I tried to invite her on the 26th of last month. We watched a little bit. I turned you guys on.
Mm.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's crazy. It's gonna keep increasing too. And also, okay, we gotta make this person do some lady push-ups. So Black Wall said, King, New Jersey. Yep, that's what I'm doing. I live modestly and save wisely. I'm just a simple person. Then once I'm ready, maybe retire in Palawan. Although I wish you probably could. You could though, Black Waltz. Um, you already know because you're here. You can find something in Palawan probably living for the same amount you're living for now. You know, I don't know if you own the home you're living in, or maybe not home. Maybe you like got a lease or something and you own it that way. But
Mm-hmm.
Pinay Favre, what's going on? We talking about you,
Hello,
Pinay Favre.
bro, Jay. And sis Pinay forever if you're here. If you remember Abigail, my cousin, she's actually
She's
in
in the
US
States.
now. Now she
We
flew,
got to
I
get her
think.
on a live stream.
Yeah, I know. She's
Mm-hmm.
busy right now. Maybe 2 weeks or 1 week from now because she's right now spending the time with the
The
long
hair.
distance husband for almost 2 years, I think.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a while.
So let them, enjoy their time together first, and then I'll message her maybe 2 weeks, and then we'll try to interview her on what's her experience traveling from Manila to US.
Yeah.
I think in Illinois. I think she's in Illinois and another state. I forgot, or Wisconsin.
What's going on? I just want to fly DJI Jones. How you doing, man? And so Jimmy Navarro said hello from California. I love relaxing in Bulacan, Malolos with my special Filipino. I appreciate your channel. Thanks a lot for that, man. And Black Walt said invest dividend stocks, even 100 a month will build a retirement nest. Save rainy day fund. Have enough to make enough to save a little a month. Otherwise, if you live from check to check, then it's not. Yeah, definitely can't live from check to check in the Philippines. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. If you're gonna do it and you're gonna come out here in the Philippines, you can't do it check to check. You gotta have some extra. You definitely have to have some extra. And especially VPN got bought out. Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know
Blackwell
that.
said, good to be here. King, New Jersey, and he's talking to him now. Philip Jones said, be careful with work. If a tourist visa, you can make income based on Philippines and you can do any other volunteer work. It's considered work and you can be exported or
Yeah,
deported, I think. That's what I said.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think Blackwell is getting he's
Online.
married to a Filipina, I
Yeah,
guess, because he's planning to get the probationary. So once he
yeah.
already obtained the probationary, it's okay for him to work.
They're not searching that out. You know which ones they're searching out, really, Philip Jones? Because I see all
YouTubers.
the time reports. They're not really even searching out YouTubers that much. They're searching out people that are over here that are physically working. There's people out here physically working. They're searching
Mm-hmm.
them out. They're searching them out. So if a person's out here with a tourist visa and they physically have a job, I've seen a bunch of reports of guys that were from other countries that got arrested. Like a guy came out here. A guy had his he came out here. He was on a student visa, lost that student visa, expired. Right. Then he tried to work too, and he was
Mm-hmm.
working, and he was still trying to do. And they just kicked him out of here. They kicked him out. They deported him. Now he can't come back.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Old school way of thinking, your dad just like my uncles. From
yeah,
Kevin. And Pinay Forever said, just listening while doing spring cleaning. Oh, spring is coming?
Yeah, spring's
Has it
coming.
already come? It's
The
spring now?
21st. The 21st.
Ah, okay.
That's why the daylight savings time. They're right after that spring. Like right now,
Mm-hmm.
we're at the same time as you guys. So
Yes.
7 p.m. there if you're in Europe. It's 12:57 p.m. here. So we're in the
We are
same.
so happy, guys, because Jay always go live late because he want to match the time you guys waking up, especially if he has some subscriber from California. You guys just wake up. So that's why sometimes we go live like 12:30 like yesterday,
Mhm.
but today it's same time like the US now. We're not the same time, but 12 hours difference.
Yeah, it's a lot better. And so, Black Waltz, I still have to run my company, so I'll be part time. Okay. And so, Panoy Juggernaut, he said, "But how you doing, Panoy Juggernaut? I recently ended a 2-year LDR after I started seeing more and more red flags. Now I hear she has become suicidal. Do you think this is a last attempt to try to keep you? Could be, Panoy Juggernaut. Could be. Very well could be. Yeah, and you can't fall for it, man. If she, well, if you're seeing red flags, you know, I guess we got to talk. I probably don't want to say it. Or you can say it here. What are some of those red flags? I would like to know
Yeah, what
because
are the red
yeah, what those
flags?
red flags are. Yeah, if you
The
can
only
afford to go back and forth, then you're doing good. Yeah, laughing kid.
No, do you think this is the last attempt to try to keep you? Did you meet the girl already, or you just
LDR.
they already end up the 2-year LDR? Okay,
Yeah,
but you guys see each other already, right? Before the LDR, or you never meet? There's a lot of question here. There's a
you
lot
know
of
what
question we
happened?
gotta ask.
Let me tell you what
Please write it
happened.
down. I'm just kidding.
This what
Huh?
happened. This what happened. Right? The Philippines, Pinoy know the Philippines open, and she's still giving them red flags the whole time. Pinoy Juggernaut said, "Forget that." The Philippines open.
No,
She's
it's
going.
too much too. It's
No,
like you don't.
yeah,
The reason you in long distance because you want someone to talk to because
yeah,
you want different. You want a Filipino, right? And you can get a Filipino on your place or whatever. I don't know. You want a Filipino in the Philippines, but if the
yeah.
Filipino giving you hard time, like it's suicidal and stress, is love is not stressful. It should be like communication. It should be understanding each other, especially if you're LDR. But it's becoming possessive. Like my ex was very possessive, so it's like before we broke up, I was like, I don't like him no more because he's really possessive. So
Mhm.
that's why you need to think about it. You need to have someone that you can grow old with. No like drama, no drama. Yeah.
Mhm.
If you can afford to travel back and forth, then you're doing good. Gas is high here as well for poised for duty worldwide.
Can you get a COVID test at the Manila airport to transfer to Dumaguete by air? Or you can
Yes.
get a COVID test at the Manila airport to transfer to I don't to transfer to
I
Dumaguete
do.
by air. I don't
I
know.
know. I just
I think
see
you can
when
get
you
one.
search. Sorry, babe. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go.
No, because I'll just see yesterday when I was searching some other updated news. I see Philippine Airlines. Search Philippine Airlines, and they have like tests there. If you're
Mhm.
flying, it's in NAIA. I forgot the NAIA what terminal number, but there is in Philippine Airlines. There's a lot of update there. Search for that test, and you can actually take tests before you flew to Dumaguete in the airport itself.
Mhm. House of Hots, what's going on? He said, "What's up, my Filipino internet family?"
20
And,
push up. Come on. Just
and
kidding.
Rose said, "What's up, everyone? Yes, I will eat at the airport before the flight. Yeah, that's the
Mm-hmm.
best thing to do." And House of Hots said, "Get that Subway sandwich. It's bad, but much better than that airplane food." I put food in my bag like grandma who always carries food in grocery bag. Yeah, you gotta be like that. Yep, soup in a
Eh,
grocery bag.
cheaper too, because sometimes the airport food if you bought it is like 3 times, especially if you need to buy some delicious one. It's
Put a
three
drink in my
times.
no, Sean and Tony, no, because of the pandemic, we're planning to visit, but I financially supported her the whole time. Yeah, I mean, if you, especially if you did that and there's too many red flags, definitely let it go. You can find another one, man. You can find another one. It's funny. You can even set it up to find one before you get here. That you know, it's funny. It's wild. A lot of guys still don't want to play that game, but it's not dead because, I mean, still, I mean, you don't have to do it, but if you did that, it wouldn't be bad. You're still gonna meet them here. You can meet someone online before you come here. That's an old game, or you can just come here and meet them. You know, but yeah. And so Will said almost 41K subscribers.
Baby the air.
Katie Experience, let's go. Yes. Yes, it's been a long road to get here too.
Ba-
41K.
Baby,
Rocky
your
Jet?
electric fan is noisy, like because
Noise.
you do like this and
Oh yeah, yeah. I know. I turned it off for me. Yeah, Abigail is in what state is she in, okay?
let me check because I would like to miss the comment here, but yeah, guys, congratulations. We're going to 41K. Please subscribe if you haven't and like this live stream. Let me see where she is right now. I think it's Wisconsin. She
Yeah, it
messaged
was
me. I said, Ate K. Sorry.
okay, good, no go.
She said, Ate K, Wisconsin, this one.
Mm-hmm. Who's that? Facebook? Actually, yeah, she's on my
And
Facebook too.
this is the husband. They're together again.
They know they
That's
met
in
him, remember?
Wisconsin. Hmm?
Most of them met him. They met him.
Yeah, you guys see them. She
Yeah.
said, I ate in first dinner with a hubby. And if you guys remember, Abigail, she joined us in as a Filipina. She's very clever, and she's my cousin. Yeah. She actually messaged me before I didn't know she's flying. The next day she messaged me, Atike, I'm flying to US tomorrow. I was like, wow. Because she'd been waiting for it for a long time, and I'm happy for her because finally it's finished. It takes too long before it was approved.
And look what Black Watch, you are so right. And it's good people need to know that too. He said you can't make money from a company in the Philippines. Income based from the US doesn't count towards that. It's so true. Because the money you're making in the US, you can still pay the taxes in the US for that, which most people would rather pay the taxes in the US because the amount of money that you be making in the US compared to the Philippines, that tax bracket is going to be so much different. And Black Wall knows it, K knows it too. So they say, for instance, right, if you make 150,000 or 200,000, which is what Black Waltz and people like me are gonna make,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be you got to pay 50% of that to the government in the Philippines. Where in the U.S., you only got to pay what, like 25% or something like that, even cheaper, especially because you're paying, your receipts and everything that you can show. So it's like the difference is like 30 to 40% difference is crazy. Really like 30 to 40, but still, the amount of difference is nuts. Because Philippines, they tax the crap out of you in the Philippines.
And also, if you really want to work, you need to go to Thailand and teach there because here there's a job. It depends on what job you're gonna have, but it's not really like in Thailand. They really have a lot of foreigners there working as a teacher, getting
Mhm.
paid 1,000 a month, maybe 1,200 a month as a teacher. So Thailand is the place for you if you wanna work in that country, one particular country. But in the Philippines, it depends.
You
It's
know,
better for you to do a business.
yeah, I didn't realize too, Will. I realized it today. Me and Kay was sitting down having lunch. I looked at my phone and I looked at the computer and said, "Oh, Kay." I said, "Kay, the time
Yeah, I
changed."
know. That was Tony saying yesterday. I said no, it's gonna be
Yeah, Tony
Monday
said yesterday. Yeah,
lunchtime. I didn't know. It was 13th, which is
yep.
today itself.
Right,
It's not
around
even
lunchtime.
14th. Mm-hmm.
It's around lunchtime. It happened with us too. It was like, but for us it was a little later than lunch, like around 3. I looked at my phone and said, "Oh, change." And so, Pinoy, I got to read Pinoy Jack, and I said, "Yes, I really cared about her, and I feel badly that she wants to harm herself. Would that may be another red flag of being unstable? I'm sad about it. And you should be, man. You should be. Because, you know, she should have just been honest and open with you and stayed true. And not save face. I hope she wasn't saving face. You know,
No,
lying.
she's hurting herself.
Yeah,
I think the
no,
reason she's hurting herself so you can stay. So it's really
no,
sad, but huh?
he knows. It's real sad. No, it's sad. It's sad because she may even go to so far as to probably cut herself and then actually show you her bleeding or something like that, and that's crazy. That's not stable in the head, you know.
And also you don't like to spend your time to the girl if it's like that and you didn't even see the girl and it's like that already is like too much. Just like Blackwood said, in my opinion, becoming that way, especially from
Yep.
ending a relationship, seems like manipulation to me.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. And Panay even said, she said, if
Mm-hmm.
you see red flags, spare yourself to pain. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. When you see those red flags, you got to go right away. Yeah, because what happened next? She'll be looking to get violent with you. You don't know. If a person's willing to get violent with themselves, then what about you? And
Mm-hmm.
so they said, so I found the underwater fiber cables around the Philippines. Now I understand where some areas that have fiber internet availability. Wow. Okay. Makes sense because the Philippines nothing but water. So that in
Mm-hmm.
order for the provinces to get this internet, like I'm sure that's how what happened here. For convergence to get out here, they probably had to do a. Oh, that's a lot of internet cable. Going into that water, but
Yeah, actually, they bring the barge in Rojas, the barge
yeah.
of the internet. They drop it there in Rojas, and then
Okay.
they share it to the whole Oriental Mindoro. And it's amazing because when we first have the Converge, it's limited location. We were in Manila. It's like we have in Pasay. I said, "Can you put in Pasig where my parents is, and we gotta stay there back again there because it's cheaper." Said no, it's not available in that area. Now it's all
That's
over the
really cool.
Philippines. Like
Yeah. It's
amazing.
probably there now. It's probably there now. And it's funny because me and Kay were even considering to buy something there. Well, their parents were before to get
Mm-hmm.
something and have something there. So we're in Manila. Maybe we can find a deal for like 500 or 700,000. They have them sometime over there, but we can buy it for like 500,000 or 700,000 pesos, and it's just ours. So when we can go to Manila and we have a place there, we don't have to pay rent or get an Airbnb. We just have a place there. We just pay the
Mm-hmm.
small bills, whatever it is, internet, and we can go. So who knows? Not no time soon. Maybe sometime in the future. So Cat Dallas, what's going on? How you doing, man?
Hello, Kay Dallas. Good morning, beautiful people. There's a lot of late today.
Yeah,
You know what to do. Just
I
kidding.
see. I see Gregory K8 is late too. So Black Wall 313.
Somebody is late more. Garrett is late. He's at the bottom. I think Garrett is doing push up now. Just kidding.
Black Watch 313 said, "Did you send her money on a regular basis? If so, that's probably why she's suicidal." That makes perfect sense. Yep. Her whole lifeline was just cut off. I feel
and
bad.
it's and also it's crazy. What if you come here, you end up together, or you just dating, and then you
Mm-hmm.
you know her true colors. There's not a lot of Filipina like that, guys. There's a lot of
No.
lovely Filipina and lovable Filipina. But if that's the case, and then she suddenly like, oh, I cannot be with you because it's too much red flag. Even you're together, so it's like I'm gonna kill myself, and then it's gonna be too much, too crazy, and you don't like to have that first to experience here in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm. It's a horrible experience. What's going on, Gregory K8? How you doing?
Push
And
up, then push up,
D
Gregory.
said, "Good morning. Today's a good day. Good morning, D. How you doing?"
Heidi.
Chosen one said my Filipina left me. She said she was too good for me, and I gave her 30K a month. She called me cheap Charlie and found another foreigner. Filipinas be like that, but she was so fine.
Mm.
And that be the ones too, you know, that be the ones that, because you know what it is, like a lot of times when I don't know if he met her here or met her online, but even Filipinos you can meet online. Some Filipinos online can be even better than Filipinos here. It's weird like that. It's just like that, you know. You see something online and you see something here, and it's like, wow, I've seen that online, or you never see that online, you see it here. It's just like that. Like even when I was in the States, right? Like in certain states, you can find women that'll be better looking than Filipinas. It just doesn't matter where it be. Like just certain areas, like maybe in Miami, right? You're gonna find better women. LA, because that's where the women are going. New York,
Mhm.
you know, you're gonna find better women. Philippines, of course. Certain parts of the world is just like that, and even certain states are like that. But yeah, that's crazy, chosen one. But I believe you, man.
Let's read. You guys replying to each other. Garrett said, 100 for me too. Good morning. He's doing 100 push-up now. All I was counting sheep. Sorry. Charlie said no to go to Ukraine before marriage. And
Yeah,
also, Jay doesn't check your email, Garrett. I see your email yesterday. He actually sent the application. He said he want to
yeah,
apply
no,
for Ukraine. You see it?
I
Did you
seen it.
see
I
it?
responded back
Oh,
to
Jay
you.
see it. You reply
I
already, okay?
responded back to you.
Garrett, I know how you love, you love um to help, but maybe it's time for you to be with Charlie and have baby together. But that's he's really strong. Like I want to really help,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
And Black
Let's
Wall
Charlie
said,
decide.
I've never been with someone who was like that. Yeah, yeah. Usually, it's best to leave them right away. Sometimes you may not know they're like that, and so chosen one said, "I'm doing my taxes now. It's giving me PTSD." Yeah, it'd do it. Depending on how much you're making. You're in a certain bracket, and you don't have those receipts. Yeah, it's gonna give you PTSD. And so, House of Hot said, my friend did this, and I advise go to a nice expensive hotel, stay for 1 to 2 nights. They hire a beautiful woman intentionally. Tell her you're gonna check out, but you want to take her out. It works. Try it. Why not try it? And that's the thing. House of House. I like the way you think. That's the kind of stuff that you try when you're in the Philippines. Shoot your shot. You know, it's but House of House. You know what it is? A lot of guys don't want to shoot their shot, and I said it before, and I say it again. For those guys that don't want to shoot their shot, and you come to the Philippines, don't get me wrong. Women sometimes will throw themselves at you, but a lot of times they won't. So you'll find yourself very lonely out here. You got to shoot your shot out here. You have to do it. Because Filipinos are very shy. They're not going to be all over you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll in certain areas they will. Like say if you're in Dumaguete, or if you have women that go there knowing okay it's a bunch of expats, or if you're in you know
Pampanga.
certain parts of Cebu, or if you're in certain parts of Manila, Makati, you may have women that will make themselves known to you. Like I've seen it in BGC. I've seen Filipinas. What do you call it? They were scouting. I seen a Filipina with she got dressed up in her sexy clothes, and she was over there just sitting down. And I was like, man. And it's funny because that's the same thing that what's the name? I seen Kevin Samuels was talking about women should do in the States. Filipinos do it out here. They go out there and scout. They know where to go, and they put themselves in areas where the guys are. So if you want to find someone and you want someone to come like to you, or not come to you, but like to pretty much make it be known, like approach me. You go to those areas, and they'll do that. You go to BGC, you go to Makati, and you just go out and just go out in the town, and the situations will present themselves.
Then
And so,
Pinoy Juggernaut said, the Black Filipino TV. Just kidding. KD Experience, Tony Anderson. Pinay Forever, thank you for your advice and comments. You're welcome, Pinoy
yeah, you're welcome.
Juggernaut. I hope you find your true love soon. Or visit the Philippines and, face to face.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her and
Yeah, and
know the
Tony Anderson
person.
said, go to Philippines airline site, click on travel information,
Mm-hmm.
go to the 19 travel guide for details on traveling within the PH, and then you're gonna find a Filipino. No, joking.
No! That's the test.
I know,
Because I
no,
see it
joking.
too in Philippine Airlines, guys. Actually, Philippine Airlines is very helpful to a lot of travelers right now. But I see it there. Follow Tony Anderson. Somebody asked that earlier. I forgot his name on the top of the comment. So guys, follow the steps that he said so
Mhm.
that you can see the details that you needed for the test, for the swab test.
And so Chosen One said, I have been eating in 2 days working on my taxes. I'm not paying an expensive accountant. Yeah, they are expensive. Yep. They are very expensive. They're very
Dia
expensive.
said, bring noodles with you on the long flights because you can get a cup of hot water from the flight attendant, correct, to heat up your noodles. Yeah, if we're still eating noodles, we
Yeah.
actually bring that when we travel
Yep.
from Batangas to Calapan, especially if it's
Me
3 hours
too.
travel. We actually bring noodles and then boil an egg. But now we don't eat noodles no more. But you guys, if you're still eating noodles, that's a good advice because they giving actually you pay for the hot water sometimes, or sometimes they give it for free, right?
Yeah, they do. They give it to you for free.
Because we bring noodles before when we went to Thailand.
Hmm.
I think we do have a noodles before.
Most people that work overseas should want to pay tax in the U.S. You gain credit for Social Security. Yep. Before long, you'll be 62, and then you can have 2 kids retirement. It's true. It's true. You're right. So, Lars, that's why I will continue to. It would be better off. Like, and the thing is, you can actually get away with not doing it, right? But I still would rather do it because because of that reason. Like, of course, you want those same benefits to where when you get a certain age, you want to be able to reap the rewards. And then also, like Black Walt said too, make sure you have your investments set right. So you put 100 away a month in it, and then by the time it's time for you to say, if I'm looking to stop working in 10 years, right? Or probably before that, you know, I'd be able to take a piece and run away with it. Because a guy like me, I'll take 1,500 a month and be fine with it. I don't need no that guys. Oh, I take 3,000. I don't need that. I'm the kind of guy I'll retire in 5 years, only getting only getting 1,500 because I didn't work that long and be fine with it. No Social Security, nothing. But let me see here. And so points for duty set cables break. And so Will said the following link shows all the fiber cables underwater around the world. Okay. And and so let me see here. Gary Create said how many push-up K for tardiness?
No, 20 only, please, 20.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
What's going
Guys,
on, JT? How you doing?
I was just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And so Dexter Perkins said you can have those kind of relationships here in the country you're in. We're not going to be Philippines for more drama. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And that's what it is. What's his name? And that's to the brother Pinoy Jiggernaut. Yeah, man, that's for you. He said you can have those kind of relationships here in the country you're in, but you're not
Hmm.
going to the Philippines for more drama. You got to break that off, nip it in the bud. Every time I bumped into a situation, I remember I was talking to a girl online, and she was a Filipino, right? And I tested her. I wasn't testing K. I was really trying to give K a load when when I asked K. I said, I want to get you money to buy a load. I really wanted to get money to buy a load. I wanted to buy a phone card. But this girl, I talked about money. She's like, yeah, okay, you can send me something. I stopped talking to her because I didn't want that problem. I know she was looking at me. I knew I was setting myself up for danger, and the fact that she accepted, I said no.
But you offer it though.
Yeah, no, and I did it for a reason.
Is that a test?
It was a test, yeah. I didn't
Oh,
offer
okay.
you. Yours was different, Kevin. I said it to you. I really wanted you to have a phone call because we was talking every day.
I was so defensive. I was like, well, no, don't give me money.
And I wasn't
I
even doing
was
that.
so
I'm happy.
defensive.
That was good though. That was good. You won me over with that. And so John Thomas said the past 2 years gave me PTSD. Yeah, he's talking about the country being locked down, right? And she just came to the DC area 3 years ago. Okay, I'm not sure what. He's supposed to be talking about his lady.
Pinay Forever said, yes, we are very shy.
Yeah, and I say that all the time. You have some though. It's wild. This is what's wild. Like you have some Filipinos that approach you, and that may be the Filipino you don't want because Filipinos that's not in their nature.
No,
Filipinos
but
are
there's
naturally
some Filipino that very, outgoing,
Yeah, but
independent,
that may be the one
introvert,
you may not want the one
extrovert pala.
that's too much of an extrovert. You may want that shy, because don't be wrong, Kay is an extrovert, but Kay is shy.
Super shy.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like same
They
thing,
thought
like
I was having a tech
I can
face,
tell
but I'm super shy.
Panay's an extrovert, but she's shy. That's what I mean. Like the woman Filipinos are all extroverts, really. But still they're shy. Filipinos are not approaching no guys.
Mm.
I don't want that. Like don't remember Filipino like makes it known in a way. There's certain ways to make it known, and all women do it. Like even Kay and Panay forever does it. I'm sure. Like they'll let a guy know without letting him know. You know, the woman would. And so John Thomas said I'm coming over in August to get things started on an H1 visa for my girl. Cool, man. Cool.
I was about I was laughing on the comment of Garrett. Next after that, the reason why I don't want to shoot their shot because a lot of men are traumatized by American experience of
That's
how
true.
women treat them when they do. So much
Yeah,
disrespect. It's wild to me.
and that's the thing. You're right, House of Haas. And the great thing about it is it's not like the U.S. You can shoot your shot, and if you get let down, like the one won't be like, "Oh, you dirty dog." It won't be like that. Like usually guys want to shoot their shot because guys will get embarrassed, and women like they go overboard in the U.S. Like they try to embarrass you, and then if a woman, well, oh, this ugly guy trying to talk, like it's so crazy. Like in the U.S., like it's like okay, why you why does it have to be like that? It's animosity towards you. But you get shut down here. It's like different. You get shut down. You better take it more.
Read the comment of Garrett.
Sarah said she was very galit at me. No, who'd you know to Europe and volunteering in Ukraine? Welcome, homeboy JC. 100 wall push-ups done. Wall push-ups. And so Chosen said, my girl left me. I have no true love. I only love my mom and my bed. I'm sorry. I hear it. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like that. But until let me see, Jay. Yeah, I do. I do. I don't watch it anymore. I got tired of watching it. It's like you watching the same thing over and over. You know,
They're watching it like when he
I
was
was watching it
working, but he
every
started.
day
Yeah.
when I was working, but it was too much. It was just like, I don't know. It was just like the same thing, and it was like the same conversation with the woman, and it was crazy because it was all the same output, and I just got tired of watching it. It's like okay, every woman is bad. Like every woman was clueless. Like most women in the states don't have a clue, and I just kept watching a bunch of women with no clue. And don't get me wrong, yeah. And it was like the thing was, I watched other guys that even that he knows that he's cool with. I watch them because they react to content and it's different. It's always different with them. With him, it's like he's having the same conversation with a different looking woman. It's like that's so I like him a lot, but it's just like I don't know. Kay knows because Kay watch it too because I
Yeah, I
watch it.
know. And I didn't watch it. No, don't say I watch it. I
No,
watch it
but you
because you're
hear it.
playing it in the TV, and then I was sitting here, and I can hear Kevin Samo. Jake watch it too. That's why
Yeah,
I'm able to watch it. But I don't
yeah.
really like. I get it, guys, because this is what happened, guys. We bought a TV. Actually, the TV is for Jay because most of the thing that played is Jay's favorite. Unless we're eating, we're watching Netflix. But if I
What
play
are we
Rapi
eating?
Tulfo in action, you cannot
Oh yeah,
understand. So I need to have my headset on my cell phone. I watch it on my cell phone on my own. Because it's like, so that TV is really for Jay.
not really. Because I'm gonna tell you though, it is for me. I'll be honest. But when we're eating, that's Kay's TV.
Wow. You
It
watch
is.
the movie
We're
too,
eating. Oh,
duh.
I want to watch this. And it's like you gotta find if the show's not ready. She's upset. Like you supposed to have it ready already. I'm over there cooking. The show's supposed to be ready. It's
No,
funny. Like
because Jay is
you know
doing
what?
other stuff. He's not even doing it. He's just watching his basketball. And I'm
Yeah,
done cooking. I'm already done, babe. Get ready. Like, we're going to watch something,
but
Get ready with
it's no
the
back and
show.
forth. It's no back
Huh?
and forth. Like, it's not a snipiness. It's not a snappiness. I know the way I'm saying it. Like you guys think, oh, she snapped, but no, he never snaps at me.
And
Um,
also,
yeah, I'm
also,
unsnappy. no woman really. I've never been in a relationship where a woman snapped at me. I just don't allow it, and I don't beat women either. Women just know. I just don't allow it. Women, they tell me all the time, like, I look at you and I can tell I can't base up at you. It's like you don't look like you hit woman, but you have that look. And it's like I don't
Yeah, it's
accept
also
that.
good that you guys, you in a relationship, you respect the person. You guys
Yeah,
respect the person, so you know your
I'll
limit.
leave a woman in a heartbeat. If a woman is basing herself off of me, I'm leaving.
And
Seriously, like, if
also,
they kept basing herself off of me, one day Kate be like, "Oh, Jay," I'll be like, "Okay, I want to move. I'm gonna move out." She'd be like, "Oh," because yeah, you can't have that in a relationship. And so Panay
no,
said,
let me explain
okay,
myself,
go ahead.
pa. Is
Go.
watching. This is what happened, guys. So we prepare food, right? And Jay is watching his basketball, always LeBron, and then
Not LeBron. I watch everybody.
baby, I said, can you find a show we can watch while we're eating, something like that. I'm already prepared. I give him his plate, and we always do plated when we eat food. And then he's still looking the show I already done eating, and he still didn't find the movie to watch.
Mm-hmm.
All right, enough now. Let's move on.
Yeah, yeah. So, Panay forever says, "So sad that you have negative feeling about love. You haven't found your
Mm-mm.
one true love." You know what's gonna happen with chosen one? It's got to hit him like a lightning bolt. You know, and that's what's gonna have to happen to him, Panay forever. It's gonna have to hit him like a lightning bolt. You know what's gonna happen to him? It'll probably end up being here, and he's gonna end up meeting that super bad, super bad one. That's gonna sweep him up like a whirlwind. She's gonna sweep him up like a Philippines typhoon, and he's gonna be looking like Cebu after the typhoon. He's like, and he gonna fall in love, and he all of a sudden gonna be married. It just happens like that, or he could be bitter and just do it wrong. So it could be a good or bad output. And
Mm.
so Pinoy said, and he said, "Yes, I'm bitter. I understand." House of Hot said, "The airline is evil, like Spirit Airlines." Yeah, well, I believe in that kind of stuff too. It's funny you mentioned that. Yeah, I do believe in that stuff too. And why would you name it Spirit Airlines, right? It doesn't mean good
Pinoy
spirit. And so
Pinoy
Pinoy
Juggernaut said, I forgot to mention I'm an American Filipino. Okay,
mhm.
so he's half Filipino. I betted a lot of Filipinos and settled on this one. Oh, I don't want to go through this again. I will wait to visit the PI and find one. And yes, please,
I heard that.
because you
Yeah.
can come back anytime here now and
Yeah, and you got
be
the
with
thumbs up
your.
from Tony. You said, "Yeah, do that." And so Philip
Philip.
Jones, if you work overseas, I'll let you read it.
If you work overseas for an American company, you pay taxes and SS. In most cases, you get FICA back from IRS up to about 110K annual income.
Hmm. And
And our
so,
new moderator is Garrett Allison. Garrett doesn't notice you're a moderator now. You're blue. You're the police officer. One of the police officer. Wow. Here in this chat room.
so have noodles packaged and closed in your own plastic container, or buy self-contained noodle cup for travel. I'm sending a whole bunch in LBC or Makati box before I go back. Okay.
College
Marcus
cuisine.
Clay. Welcome, Marcus Clay. He said, "Hello, I'm from California. I would love to live in Philippines because I'm so attracted to the beautiful ladies out there. I'm 50 years old and retired on 2,000 month income. I want to know I can transfer my social security out there." Well, you can't transfer it out here. You can actually receive it out here. But what you do is you can receive it from your same bank you have now, and you can withdraw the money in the Philippines. But you want to make sure you have a bank that has international charges. Okay, you want to have a bank that has international charges because you're gonna be taking money out in the ATM, and the bank could give you crazy heavy fees. So you'll be paying the 200 for the fees here. For if you draw from an ATM, then you'll be paying extra fees on top of that every month. You don't want that. So you may need to switch your bank. It may be a headache, but you have to switch your bank or see if your bank has international plan and switch to the international plan. Let them know you're going to be out in the Philippines and I still want to receive my checks. Shouldn't be an issue. You can still receive your Social Security. And then from there, just come on out here. Shouldn't be an issue. You can go get it right from the bank. The bank of your choice is probably going to be BPI. If you want to draw a lot of money, you can draw 20,000 at a time. And yeah, you can make it happen. But Philip Jones said Subic Bay Shipyard is being purchased by an American company, an estimated 20,000 new hires. That's crazy.
The DS said the Department of Defense is increasing their spending in Guam to better defend the USA. There'll be some really good paying jobs there in the near future. And Guam is only 4 hour flight from the Philippines.
Okay.
I have some uncle, not uncle, grandfather there in Guam.
Mm-hmm.
The brother of Uncle Ali, actually uncle, the brother of
Yeah.
Uncle Ali is in
Mm-hmm.
Guam.
Okay. Yeah, guys, and I wanna let me see here. So let me see. We got House High says like watching the Jerry Springer show, and Black Walt said Marcus Clay, and Knife ever said Jerry Springer gives me a headache, and Marcus Clay said just keep your U.S. bank if you come here and get an ACR card. You could possibly open an account here, or if you trust your partner and live with them, transfer to them. Yeah, that's what I do because I trust Kay. But yeah, and you can transfer to your lady. I'm sure you're gonna build some trust up for her. Like for the most part, Filipinos are gonna be very trustworthy. But Marcus Clay, you have to make sure you get the right one because there's gonna be some here, and it almost seemed like a lot. There's gonna be a lot of them that you can trust, but still you don't trust the first one that you meet, especially when it comes to your money. That's in Black Waltz. I'm sure feels the same way. A lot of guys feel the same way as well.
So Philip Jones said here, you can transfer SSS. You just
Yeah,
need American bank account and you must have a residence address in the
it does. Yeah,
US.
yeah, exactly. So,
B-
and that's the
Uh,
thing. So, if you
mhm.
have your, say, if you're selling your house, whatever, and then you have a sister or some family members out there, just switch it to their address. I'm sure they'll look out for you, you know, and then come move to the Philippines. You shouldn't get an issue. The SS is not looking to say, oh, okay, no, you can't do that. You can't leave and go do what you want. They're not looking to do that to you. So, yeah, just make sure, you have an address to send it to,
Mhm.
and, you should be okay. And so, with that being said, guys,
Let me just, you want to finish reading or no?
now I was going to end it so we can, you see, have
Because
Archie
guys,
Pelego in the building. I'm going to go down and see Archie Pelego. How you doing? He said, are there over 3 billion unjacked people in the world still banned from entering the Philippines? Yeah, it's gonna be like that. And right, 5014, how you doing? He said hello to J
TLM,
and
hello,
J.
hello, TLM.
I just want to say poised for duty. How you doing? I just want to shout out some of the people. And let me see here. Who else we have
Dapper
in here?
Dean, hello, Dapper Dean. Good evening, Jaybird
Aberdeen,
and Special K. Hello
TLM.
to
How
the
you
members.
doing? Wells Fargo would probably be its best deal. They only charge for express send or establish express send to Philippine bank. No charge. Or banks will charge 35 to 40 to send from the U.S. Good evening, Jay Bird and Special K. Hello to everyone. What's going on, Dapper Dean? Marcus Clay, how you doing? Who else just came in here?
Place for duty. Hello,
Yeah, Paul
hello.
Judy. Yes.
We're gonna go soon, guys, because we're
Yeah,
gonna
we're
do
gonna
a
go.
lot of
Actually, I'm about to go
recording.
now. I'm about to go. Uh, I have some stuff to do. I got to have a meeting with a couple of people. So yeah, we got to end the live. See you
Early.
guys in the video tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be tomorrow, but it'll be
Maybe
tomorrow.
Monday
Monday night.
evening,
Monday night.
Monday
Yeah, Monday
night.
night. So
And I want to
tomorrow
answer
night.
the question of Garrett. He said, how did I become a moderator? Welcome to all of you, time or late. Hopefully it's great. The reason you become a moderator because you're always here. So you're always available in our chat room. So that's why you become a moderator. And thank you for
Mhm.
being there here always. So
Yes.
yeah, Realist is here too.
Yes. And welcome, realist. Welcome. I just want to shout out the people that just came in before we go. And yeah,
Dante
so we're gonna do
Ellis.
it again. Welcome. Yeah, Dante, let's see you later. Everyone, see you later. And we're gonna have another live stream end of the week next week. And see you guys. Be sure to stay tuned into the video. I got a lot coming. I may do a video every day. Who knows? So we're gonna see. So guys, stay tuned and see you then. Peace.
Thanks for joining, guys. Bye. Thanks for the super chat and for the members and for the regulars and the moderator. Bye.
Later.